I'm fighting with the contact people as they work on why exactly I can't watch my game. But the Mets are up 3-2, or excuse me, 3-0. 3-2 count. Nobody out. 2 men on. Looking pretty good, baby. Dad's at the game, so I'm going to be trying to watch. He's behind the dugout. Oh, right over there on the left side. Is he waving, clapping? No, it's got to be further over towards the dugout. Got to get a better angle. Definitely get a better angle. It's a shame. Ooh. Ha! Look at this. Now on display in the arcade. That is friggin' hysterical. Sorry, Bruce. All right, 1-0. I mean, excuse me, one down, one down. This is just unreal. Trump's taking down Soros. This is my man. What? Oh, dear God. Ugh. Triples down. Ha ha. Oh, 1-2. All right. But not before they got 3. That's big. Now let's go see if they are. My man's fixing it for us. Okay. He's still working on it. Still working on it. And this way, for whatever reason. Let's go down, see what else has been going on. XRP, come on. Polymarket odds for going up. People saying AMC is dead. They did not cover. Oh, Obama DOJ. Hope you guys got your XRP. I got a wicked amount of Kronos pocketed away and fucking staking. It's kind of crazy, actually. Oh, Grandma just went net sure. Everybody in the room is. Woo! Net sure futures. Ripple strikes another deal in Asia. It's just crazy. Friggin' shootings. The whole thing. The whole thing is just wild. client. Now I gotta log out of any device and log back in. Okay, we'll see. Let's see. Let's see. La la la. All right, we'll do it out of this one. All right, now we're gonna go over and we're gonna see. Shit, I'm not logging out. I ain't logging out. Ain't doing it. It's actually, I think, working. All right, I guess I am logging out.
$5,000 or more. Visit us online at
What does that even mean? Is it because it's opera? That is wackadoo, man. I wonder. Now I can't get. Where's the game day deal? Okay. Well, I'm not sharing it anymore, so I should be able to watch it. All right. So we got it on the back end. I guess I'm not allowed to share it. Well, we kind of knew that, though. You probably go back and forth and so forth and so on. Let me see what I can do over here. This is. No, I'm not really sure what's allowed, what's not allowed. The whole thing. So they're up 3-0. Dad's at the game. I wasn't able to check it out when I left these up. Oh, oh. All right, McNeil. Sterling Marte's up. It's been a lot of chaos today, yet again, ladies and gents. We'll just do a quick one today, I guess. I keep doing that. I don't know why. As government's more important than justice. Coming on this moment, I played it. Uh, well, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Travis. What is this? One of the signs. Joe Rogan News. Everybody got to be a news guy, or is that what it? Yeah, I guess that's kind of what it is, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were sharing. No sharing. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I guess that's kind of the thing. I wanted more of an interaction type of deal, but that's just me. Not much. What else? Not much else going on. Wow, 20 minutes.
Fill in the rest for y'all. Oh yeah, here's some bands I like and shit. Yeah. That's all. That's all I do. I fall, I break, and I die.
So who's in on GME? Let's see. President Trump. Yeah, no shit. All right. I'm gonna hang out and watch the game. Nothing going on. I just gotta keep doing this. I suppose that's the deal. No one really cares to watch or talk to me, which 3-0. All right, we'll see. 3-0. No. Oh, the time difference gets me every time. I could hang out for a while. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Let's look for Daddy on it. You want to see Daddy on the TV? You want to see Daddy on the TV? Hi. 3-0. Ah. I didn't know anybody was actually watching this. I've been trying to do this. I appreciate you stopping by. I've been trying to check this out for a while now. See, but that happens. So I actually got them kind of like that. It doesn't really allow for it. I don't know what the rules are. I'm trying, but we'll see. Oh, why is that? Only Rumble people can see that. Uh, all right, so now I got to go over to YouTube because I'm actually on. I'm going to try and figure this out to where can do both, right? Studio, chat, campaign. What are the deals here? All platforms. Okay. Why can't I talk in all platforms? microphone. I gotta get microphones up. This kid's a rookie. I think he just got called up. My dad's in the he's behind the dugout at the Mets dugout, and you see him sometimes when left-handed batters are up. They got a good angle to the left there, so I'm going to keep kind of, it is what it is, and I do have it. All right, let's take a look because this one is actually more in real time than the others. I guess closing it out, closing it out. 3-0 going into the fifth. So what I was saying, basically, if there is a gentleman or a woman watching, I appreciate you and the comments. What this channel is looking to be is a lot of things actually, but mainly I think a business account because I feel as if the streaming part. So here's my shtick here. The bartender for almost 30 years or something like that. I don't even know. I got to count it. Not really in the mood right now, but I want to be done with that. This is behind me. I really don't drink anymore. Don't believe. I didn't realize how bad it was for a long time. Now I'm changing my path, at least from that. I haven't had a drink actually in a few years, but still been tending the bar. Now I want to get out, but I still like the atmosphere. I miss the atmosphere. To be honest with you, I miss it from when I even back when I was drinking. But I got the game on behind me. Hopefully, I make some friends. And as the Mets push forward into the playoffs and hopefully further, it would be great to have some people join me along the way as I start a business and incorporate it into my life. Start more than one business. We're going to start a few businesses also on this channel. And come along for the ride with me for the business. First one that I got going is currently Toro. We're going to have 2 cars by next month up and running, being rented out for the time being. Have a third car that I use for more times than none in my office. This is sort of just because of the circumstances, but more or less, I'll be doing a lot of videoing from there. I'm going to be using that to pick up cars, move cars, pick up people to and from. I can pick. Long story short, third car is for something else. And now that they have extended this credit a little bit longer, we might even see it go a little bit longer. I might be looking for one more. I currently have 2 Teslas, a Rogue, and a Kia. The one Tesla and the Rogue are going to be used for Toro. The Kia is kind of my get around car. I should have done something not so gas guzzling. Just because it's the sport edition, I wanted a sunroof more than the sport thing. I wanted a sunroof, and now the gas costs too much. But it is what it is. I got a new engine once Kia had their they got their warranty. So the car got stolen. Got the car back because the car got stolen because of another thing that they had recalled on warranty. Is you could basically put a USB inside the car and start it. So somebody stole my car. Then after they stole the car, I got it back. I went to get it fixed and refurbished kind of because they messed it up a little bit. And when I went to go get that done, the engine seized, which is another warranty issue. They gave me a new engine, so now I have a new engine in a 2010 or 2011. I don't even know. But with basically a brand new engine. It's probably got like 10,000 miles on it, 15,000 miles on it. Pretty crazy. But more or less, I want this to be a business channel where I can talk to other entrepreneurs. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, lay the door. Get it, get it. Ooh, he nailed him. He went for two. He went for two. Oh, nice throw. Wow. Good hustle though. Was he chugging the whole way? I don't know. if he was chugging the whole way. Ooh! He was short. Wow! What a throw! Great tag, too. Man. Out of the gate. Oh, that was just a bullet off the wall, though. Nothing you can do about that. But he's hanging him, this guy. Which means Soto's going to rock one soon. I think so. I think Soto's going to rock one just because. What a throw. What a throw. Come on, Juan. Friggin' it's not so funny, man. Two outs. Let's see. All right, already. We've seen it. We've seen the throw 3 times. 3-1. All right. Ball 4. You guys see any of this craziness? What else? What else? What else is happening? Documents. Ooh. Adios. Get your popcorn ready. Ripple has something special in store. What?
That I would say were unnatural. Maybe not ethical in debate, but and I think now you're seeing that change. And that long ago, that XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. And again, that's before you had these exogenous factors that I would say were unnatural, maybe not ethical in debate, but and I think now you're seeing that change. And I think with a level playing field, I almost think about it as if you hold a basketball under the water long enough, eventually you let go of it, and it shoots up. But why are we surprised by this?
I agree.
Somebody was holding it underwater, and now it's rising. So, look, I feel like it feels somewhat vindicating. I'll be honest with you. But I think we should measure these over a long arc of time.
Sure.
I encourage Ripple employees. Yes, we are aware that XRP has gone up in value, but we really do try to take a very long-term view.
Flow of funds, covering stocks for 20 plus years. And when you remove a huge barrier to inflows, what happens is, and there's demand, price goes up. And, so we've been obviously talking about these ETFs, and I still personally think we're in the very early innings of demand into just even the Bitcoin ETFs, let alone as people kind of go down the path into other assets. And so, that's hundreds of billions of dollars, in my opinion, over the next few years. And then you talk about demand from something like a reserve, which, in my opinion, it would probably far surpass the demand for even the ETF. So, it's an interesting just dynamic of like trying to set price on something where you essentially had a massive restriction on the ability to buy the demand side. And so price discovery is going to be interesting here for a while, I think.
Because there's only a dime. XRP was 50 cents. So 50 cents more than a dime. So I basically got probably almost 2 times the amount of Crow, which just shot up 30%. And luckily I'm in XRP for quite a few bucks. Now let's hear Jesse, because I like Jesse. And this guy makes...
And the media wants to take away your hand.
Jesse, that is.
So how are we supposed to protect ourselves from trans shooters? So a suicidal transgender who hates Trump's Christians and Jews shoots up kids at a Catholic school, and the media wants to take away your handgun. So how are we supposed to protect ourselves from trans shooters? The media is bad at pattern recognition. We aren't. Just 2 years ago, another trans 20-something walked into a Christian school in Nashville with a rifle and shot 3 kids and 3 adults. They buried the manifesto and locked down the case. We've seen trans shootings in Colorado and in Maryland. They even shot up an ICE facility in Texas. And it seems like half of Antifa's trans. A couple of they-thems just got popped for firebombing Teslas. The mayor of Minneapolis says, you can't say that.
Anybody who is using this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there has lost their sense of common humanity. We should not be operating out of a place of hate for anyone. We should be operating from a place of love for our kids.
I don't hate anyone who thinks they're trans. I feel sorry for them. But statistically, the trans population has been prone to violence. That's not villainizing, that's reality. And if you can't recognize reality, you're in danger. We love the American people, especially American children. And if they're troubled and believe they're somehow a girl trapped in a boy's body, we want to get them help. We don't want to give them hormones and operate on them. Society shouldn't be trying to produce more trans kids. We shouldn't be encouraging an emotional disorder or whatever this is. And doctors should stop profiting from it. Great Britain ended child sex change surgeries. They said it's barbaric, and they're right. And politicians should stop elevating the trans issue like it's the civil rights struggle of the 21st century. You see it all over Minneapolis.
Minneapolis will continue to be a safe haven for our trans community.
For being a safe haven for transgender individuals.
We have sued them for gender-affirming care. Yes, we are not going to scapegoat our transgender community.
When our children tell us who they are, it is our job as grown-ups to listen and to believe them.
So when your 9-year-old tells you he's a horse, do you let him sleep out in the barn and eat hay? What are we doing here? Just a few years ago, the psychiatric community classified transgenderism as a mental illness.
this on the
Then
sports.
doctors
I'm
went
probably
woke
gonna
and
wind up
removed it
keeping
as a
on the
condition, and
news,
now
though, 'cause
millions of
Brooks
young
Villa
Americans are
has to
identifying
find out
themselves
what's
as
going on.
trans and getting high fives. When someone has an illness,
This
we
is
should
the problem.
treat it
This is an illness.
instead of affirm it.
I think he's
We
completely
don't
right.
celebrate schizophrenia. We don't encourage depression. Teenagers are confused. Sometimes these things are just a phase. And if they're not, all right, then a grown man can wear a dress. If he wants to do that in America, he has that right. We're a pretty darn tolerant society. But the left's weaponizing trans kids and turning them into culture warriors. And they've been turned loose against the church, schools, and Trump. You see it, I see it. The trans Klan has a militant wing, and it's out for blood. They're taking lives, defiling churches, and freaking everybody out. And some politicians are doing more to protect shooters like Westman than soft targets like schools. In 2023, private schools in Minnesota begged Governor Walz to fund more school safety. They told him it was an urgent and critical need. Minnesota had an $18 billion budget surplus, but the governor didn't do it. Instead, he turned Minnesota into a trans sanctuary, and his attorney general, Keith Ellison, sued Trump so they can keep castrating little boys. Tim Walz failed. Our leaders keep failing us. They failed us during COVID, on trade, on immigration. They say they care about kids, but they locked them down and oversaw an obesity and chronic disease epidemic. And now there's a growing trans epidemic, and they won't even admit it, just like crime. They created a crisis and then lie about it and blame you for not being compassionate. But their fake compassion is getting people killed.
I got a lot of Kobe stuff. I'm going to have to get some Mets stuff. It's crazy, though. But this is where we are. This is where we are.
Through some of the things that Loomer has done. She ended Secret Service protection for Joe Biden's children. She's even blocked some Palestinian refugees from coming into the United States. I mean, her power seems, remarkable. So put her in some context, if you will. Have we seen a character like this before recently?
I mean, what distinguishes Loomer, and I don't think there's precedent for this,
crazy.
Michael, great piece. Let's just tick through some of the things that Loomer has done. She ended Secret Service protection for Joe Biden's children. She's even blocked some Palestinian refugees from coming into the United States. I mean, her power seems, remarkable. So put her in some context, if you will. Have we seen a character like this before recently?
I mean, what distinguishes Loomer, and I don't think there's precedent for this, is she's an online troll, basically. She gets attention by being provocative online, by offending people online, and that is her method. There are lots of people who do opposition research in Washington. There's lots of people who traffic in information, often to journalists like me, to try and get information out there. She just puts it up on Twitter. And the truth is, right, as she says in the story, she's playing for an audience of one, and that audience is receptive to her. And I don't think there is any precedent for that. I mean, there's certainly been cases in the past where presidents or political leaders have leaned on their staff to figure something out, do research to figure out what to do about a certain problem, even when they're not working in the White House, but nothing on this scale.
Do you have any sense of why President Trump listens to her so much? Does he think she has some sort of her finger on the pulse of the MAGA base in a way that even he doesn't?
He agrees with the thesis Loomer has, which is that the first term was fundamentally handicapped by
Ooh, let's see what happened. Let's see. They kicked me out again. McNeil making a nice catch. 10-1. 10 hits to 1 hit. Boom. What is this? Wall Street. So, Minnesota. So I don't go to the insurance. I don't go to the doctor. Hope so, buddy. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to take some time, eat something, watch the rest of the game, look for my dad. If it gets good, if it gets close in the ninth, I'll be back. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by.